With markets seeing a huge rally from its bottom in March, most of the stocks are now trading at full or stretched valuation. In such a scenario, if there is any frontline large company offering value at the current prices and is trading at reasonable valuations, also offers a good dividend yield, is ITC. In our Ideas for Profit today, we'll discuss if investors should have a keen eye on this FMCG major. Well, let's have a look at the earnings first. March 2020 quarter results were almost in line with the street expectations, with an exception of the cigarette volume degrowth. Now, the street was somewhere expecting a volume degrowth of around, say, 2 to 3%, as against the actual degrowth of 9 to 10% that was seen in Q4. Now, the company also declared a dividend of 10.15 rupees per share, translating into a dividend yield of more than 5%, which is quite good. Now, revenues were lower by 8% on a year-on-year basis. Gross margins improved by 100 basis points on the back of lower raw material costs. Now, despite decline in EBITDA, net profit also grew by 9% thanks to a lower corporate tax. And the cash cow of ITC continues to be the cigarette business, with about 40% of the revenues coming from it. Now, in the month of February 2020, there was a sharp increase of 13% in tax incidence. Now, despite that, ITC passing the hike of the taxes onto the consumers, revenues were still down 6%. Now, currently, all its factories are operational, though we still expect a near 40 to 50 days of lost sales in June 2020 quarter. Now, ITC's competitors like VST Industries, Godfrey Phillips are still unable to start the production due to various reasons. Now, with health and hygiene being the priority now, consumers are buying full packets of cigarettes as compared to the loose cigarettes, and therefore ITC stands to gain the market shares from the other players right now. Now, we do expect the cigarette volumes to recover to the pre-COVID-19 levels only by the end of Q1 FY21. The FMCG segment contributes 25% to revenues and 2% to EBIT. And in March 2020, the revenue declined by 4% on a year-on-year basis, as educational and stationery segment was severely impacted right ahead of its peak season. Now, in May, ITC entered into share purchase agreement to acquire 100% equity of Sunrise Foods Private Limited as well. Now, this acquisition will definitely augment ITC's product portfolio and is also aligned to significantly scaling up its spices and spices business as well, and also to expand its footprint across the country. Now, essential consumer goods space, say noodles, biscuits, dairy products and others, they also witnessed a robust demand during the lockdown, while on the other hand, discretionary categories were relatively weak. Now, ITC also launched various products under the categories named Savlon Service Disinfectant Spray and Savlon Hexa Hand Sanitization Liquid during the lockdown. Now, the packaging business was definitely impacted due to the lockdown. Hotels were severely impacted due to COVID-19, and Q4 revenue here was down by 16%. Now, the hotel segment will definitely remain affected even going into FY21. Agriculture business revenues were down by 10% due to the disruption in the supply chain, while EBIT was down by 42%. Currently, operations at the agri businesses have normalized, and we do expect a stable performance going ahead from here on. Now, ITC also plans to distribute around 80 to 85% of its earnings as dividend in the medium term. ITC does have a cash and cash equivalent of over 25,000 crore rupees, and the stock price has already recovered by, say, 45% from the lows it had witnessed back in March. ITC is currently trading at a PE multiple of, say, 15 times based on the FY22 earnings, which is at a discount to many of its peers. Now, while we acknowledge that there are taxation risks to its cigarette business, however, the risk-reward ratio is turning favorable for the long-term investors.